The United States recently blocked its chip makers from selling top computing chips for artificial intelligence to China. In December 2017, BBC reporter John Sudworth tested China's massive digital surveillance system in the southern city of Guiyang. The Guiyang Police were tasked with locating Sudworth using a picture of him and their massive surveillance system with sophisticated facial recognition technology. It took them only 7 minutes to find Sudworth in a city of more than 4 million. At the time, China had 170 million surveillance cameras. In less than 5 years, China has almost quadrupled the number, and the CCP's surveillance tool has become ever more sharpened and pervasive. Hi everyone, I'm Lei. Welcome to Lei's Real Talk. The British cybersecurity firm Comparitech published a study in mid-July, which analyzed the use of video surveillance systems in 150 of the world's most densely populated cities. It estimated that China has 54%, or about 540 million of the world's 1 billion surveillance cameras. This is a conservative estimate, and British information services provider IHS Markit has a higher estimate of 626 million surveillance cameras in China, which is equivalent to 432 per 1,000 people, or almost 1 camera for every 2 people. The estimate is based on the total population. The percentage of surveillance cameras in urban spaces is higher in China. Outside China, indoor India has the most surveillance cameras, with an average of 63 per 1,000 people, which is only 1/6 of China's average. Other countries have even fewer, with 13 cameras per 1,000 people in London and 9 per 1,000 in Los Angeles. Chinese cities also have the highest concentration of surveillance cameras when measured by the size of the city. Shenzhen leads the way with an estimated 6,220 surveillance cameras per square mile, followed by Wuhan with 5,429 and Shanghai with 4,343 cameras. Outside China, Delhi, India is the most surveilled city, with 1,446 surveillance cameras per square mile. In addition to the higher number of surveillance cameras, China deploys highly potent digital cameras. In September 2019, Chinese scientists launched a 500-megapixel cloud camera system that has a resolution of 4 times the limit of the human eye and can capture the facial details of every person in a panoramic photo taken in a stadium filled with tens of thousands of people. Coupled with facial recognition technologies, the surveillance system can identify a specific target instantaneously. A Chinese article published in December 2020 by the Chinese tech company Yun88 claimed that the CCP had spent more than 200 billion renminbi building its surveillance system called Skynet. With the support of AI face recognition technology, Skynet is a powerful tool that can scan the faces of 1.3 billion Chinese within 1 second, and the faces of everyone in the world in 2 seconds, the article claims. I don't know if this article is boasting, but South China Morning Post claimed in early 2019 that Beijing plans to be able to identify anyone, anytime, anywhere in China within 3 seconds. The first-tier Chinese cities such as Beijing, Shanghai, Guangzhou, and Shenzhen are well covered by Skynet, which leaves no dead-end corners. The data is shared and controlled across the country, and the author of the Chinese article claimed Skynet's face recognition capability has an accuracy of 99.8%, and that as long as you are in China, everything about you is in our control. The digital surveillance system that the BBC reporter tested 5 years ago was Skynet, and it was developed by Beijing iQOO technology. iQOO is one of the world's leading players in AI-driven multimodal biometric identification solutions. With a robust algorithm and an integrated platform with software and hardware, iQOO has the ambition to control the entire industrial chain. according to the Guiyang 88 article. As of December 2020, the company has more than 2,000 major customers worldwide and has sold more than 2 million units of its products, directly or indirectly serving 700 million people, and one of the customers may be New York City Police Department. In 2019, the South China Morning Post ran a story claiming that the NYPD monitors citizens using cameras and facial recognition software developed in China. According to the Post, those systems deployed in New York are identical to those used in Skynet in China. I think people living outside China should be careful not to travel to China unless you absolutely have to. Even before you go, as soon as you apply for a Chinese visa, the CCP's security systems may look at your profile. Reuters reported in November 2021 that security officials in Henan province have commissioned a surveillance system to track journalists and international students. A July 2021 tender document published on the Henan provincial government's procurement website detailed plans for a system to compile individual files on such persons of interest coming to Henan, using the massive facial recognition cameras connected to various national and regional databases. In April this year, Reuters also reported that after reviewing more than 50 publicly available Chinese tender documents, Reuters found that dozens of Chinese entities had purchased an AI software known as One Person, One File over the past 4 years. China's massive surveillance system only collects data. The One Person, One File software analyzes the vast data and uses sophisticated algorithms to create individual profiles for the targets being monitored. When the software classifies the data, the personal files are automatically updated. The system also has the ability to learn on its own, optimizing the person's profile as more data is collected. Professor Li Ziqing, director of the Biometric and Security Technology Research Center of the Chinese Academy of Sciences, explained that the One Person, One File tool is built on top of the recognition engine and is the result of the recognition engine, big data, and autonomous learning working together. He believes it is the ultimate core technology of facial recognition. At least 4 of the tenders Reuters examined said the software should be able to pull information from the individual's social media accounts. Half of the tenders said the software would be used to compile and analyze personal details such as relatives, social circles, vehicle records, marriage status, and shopping habits. A September 13, 2022 report on Digital Journal identified 17 top key players in face-based access control systems worldwide. Chinese firms accounted for over half of them and took 9 spots, including iQOO Technology. Just this week, on September 15th, Reuters reported that a Chinese firm, Hanwang, developed a face recognition tool that can identify everyone in a crowd of up to 30 people within a second, even when they wear facial masks. And the accuracy rate can reach 95%. The United States recently blocked American chip makers Nvidia and AMD from selling top computing chips for artificial intelligence to China. We must wait and see how the ban on AI chips will affect China's facial recognition technology and its elaborate digital surveillance systems. Meanwhile, I think people should think twice about going to China. If you have done something in China that you don't want others to know, the CCP knows it and may use it to blackmail you one day. Let's spare ourselves that trouble. That's all for today. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.